Hello everybody, this is Big Daddy Rocker Gamer, and we have here another episode of Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 4. And we are at the third map of Lysanders campaign, just barely starting. And I see we have some champions. Okay, that's cool, that's good. Champions are good. Champions are very good. That's a lot of that's a lot of army actually. I'm thinking I should put all my heroes together in one, because this still isn't. This is still not a. What can I say? It's still not a regular campaigness of sorts. I keep this army the way it is, and I'll walk it up like this. I should drop the pikemen. And oh man, this might be a bit bad. Displacement blur. Getting all of my usual defense. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, that's not so bad. I was expecting these elements to do damage to me, but if they're just gonna do that, then okay, let's see. How many Crusaders do I lose? Oh, only one. That's actually surprisingly strong. I can do Song of... No, I cannot do Song of Peace. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's just fire. And you have absolutely nothing. Mass Nature War. That gotta be a good one. I'll just send Lysander up to deal with this. He should be capable of it on his own. Maybe what I should do is set up retribution on Lysander. And accuracy, he's a monster. Water elementals down. And the pikeman goes up for the kill. Okay, this is well in hand by now. Even my lord is hardly taking any damage. Crusaders finish it off. And I get some of them back too. Okay, that's not bad. New hero to the tavern. So, I'm gonna use these guys to... We came to a small roadside inn this morning, and to my surprise, my lord sent Protheo inside to purchase bread and other foodstuffs for our journey. Normally he would perform such a mundane task himself, or send me. I made sure no one was within earshot when I asked him why. Don't you think someone who has been in as many taverns as Protheo would know best how to get information from these people? Lysander said. Of course, he was right. Protheo returned a little more than an hour later, with several sacks over his broad shoulders. His face was only slightly flushed. Give me a minstrel over an oracle any day, Protheo announced as he dropped his burden to the ground before us. What do you mean? Lysander asked. Minstrels make their lives traveling from tavern to tavern, singing for the supper. They hear everything, always searching for material for a good song, I guess. Anyway, it only takes a few coins to get them to talk. So, what did you learn? Well, Protheo said, Sir Worton was in the wheel a couple of years ago. He stayed briefly and gave a fortune in gold to the barons here. In return, they let him build a garrison somewhere in the south. A garrison? What's he protecting? I asked. Protheo shrugged. No one knows for sure. Some say gold. The most interesting story involved a woman living on the other side of the garrison. A wife? Lysander guessed. I hope not. She's a much older woman. Then Adamus chimed in and said, a mother. Lysander patted Protheo encouragingly on the shoulder and said, did the minstrel know where this woman lives? Sadly, no. He had heard the story from another minstrel, Protheo said. Still, this is good to know, Lysander said. It seemed flimsy to me, but I had to admit, it was our best clue. And so we end that round. Would I want to hire even more? I mean, if I should hire anything, it would be Sorcerer. But I'm not sure if I actually want to. So, yeah, I'm just gonna skip that. I'll just go down here and pick up some gold instead. Now, let's see. We had that. Let's get some more movement. Let's. Many of the locals either flee upon seeing us or simply refuse to talk when we confront them. So far, only Adamus has been able to get some of the more religious ones to talk. And today, at the simple shrine, Adamus learned the name of the place we seek, Glen Garrison. It's awesome. Let's go down here and go deal with some orcs. Let's see if this has any value. Yeah, sure, we'll hypnotize them. So, as always, defender. I'll just march Lysander up. Along with the Lord. The two of them can deal with anything here. And Celestia. As I said, the two of them can deal with anything. Even a bunch of hula orcs. And stab. Fire at will. Stab. Just gonna set Protheo up to wait. And the Crusader just comes in and wrecks the orcs. They stood no chance. Poor animal. Poor creatures. I did lose the crossbow man. That's unfortunate, but oh well. Valia. You know, we'll go Grandmaster of this. And I want to get up to there. I'll just have these guys sneak around the map and pick up stuff for me. The champions and monks, they're like my backup army. They're just here waiting for me to do this. You stare into the magical fires hovering before the window of the mage. Ah. Was that Glen Garrison? No. I think I'm supposed to conquer the map here. Let's check. Find the Desert hero. Okay, I don't lose Lysander or attack the garrison. Okay, so I don't actually need to do any conquering if I don't want to. That's interesting. Did I just block myself in? I did. Okay. Wasted round. The messenger came flying the flag of the wheel with 2 knights at his side. They stood in their path, awaiting an official parley. Protheo, Lysander said, I'll leave you in command of the army. They brought 3, so we shall do the same. Adamus and Milton with me. I retrieved Palaidra's banner and followed. We stopped 50 feet from the messengers. I represent the barons of the wheel. Until now we thought Palaidra had agreed to leave us alone. Now you're trespassing our land. We demand that you turn back immediately and never return, said the messenger. Lysander paused for only a minute. There was no evidence that the man's rude manner bothered him. Take these words back to the Baron of the Wheel, he shouted. I am Lysander, Lord of Palaidra. I have no interest in the Wheel and no interest in their land, but neither will I leave. I have come here on a quest that I must complete. I give you my word of honor that I will pass through peacefully and leave as soon as my task is complete. That is unacceptable. You expect me to take the word of every man who enters our land with an army. This time I noticed that Lysander clenched his fist at his side. He wasn't used to having his word of honor questioned. I do not ask you to take every man's word, just mine. I'm trying to avoid a war here, Lysander said. Then you should never have stepped foot on Wheel soil. Go back if you truly want to avoid a war. I cannot do that. Then there's nothing else to say, is there? You will regret the day you cross the Wheel, Lord Lysander. Soon, Palaidra will be looking for a new king. The messenger rode away quickly, giving no opportunity for a response. Lysander seemed annoyed, but not surprised. Is there no reasonable person in all the wheel? He asked no one in particular. Remember, Adamus answered, we all came from the same world, the same country even. Their homes were taken away from them. They have lost family members to war and apocalypse. Their behavior may not be sensible, but it is understandable at least. Either way, blood is going to be spilled when it doesn't have to, Lysander said. And then he too spun his horse around to rejoin the others. So we're going to full-on war with a wheel. So, we might as well get to it. I have enough money. So, again, same procedure. Lysander's just gonna spare the march up. Crusaders are here to murder some squires and my lord. He should just go ahead and deal with these pikemen. Pikes versus pikes. Oh, they actually killed a crusader. I like that. And there we go. All dead. Some casualties, I suppose, cannot be avoided. When our scout reported that a wagon had been following us for the better part of the day, I volunteered to investigate. Lysander insisted I take a few soldiers with me. We pulled away from the larger unit and concealed ourselves in a clump of trees to await our prey. Sure enough, a dark-covered wagon came bumping along the trail. The driver was a squat, older gentleman with powerful arms. Next to him, with a crossbow across his lap, was an even shorter man with a long brown beard. No wait, he wasn't a man, but a dwarf. When the wagon reached our position, we stormed from cover and surrounded our prey. Hold it right there, I shouted. The driver couldn't urge his wagon forward, but we all had horses and would have caught him anyway. The dwarf raised his crossbow and targeted my heart, wisely determining that I was the leader. You ain't bandits, the driver said. You're wearing the colours of Palaedra. Yes, we are the loyal soldiers of Lysander, Lord of Palaedra, and you have been following us. Tell us why. To my great relief, the dwarf lowered his crossbow and said, Ah! There isn't anything devious about it. We were only trying to catch up to you and maybe drum up some business. Yeah, we're Mott and Bardo, smiths of extraordinary skill, said the driver. That's Bardo and Mott, snapped another. Mott. The driver grumbled and ignored the interruption. Be it weapons that will slice through your enemy's armour, or armour that will shatter your enemy's sword, Mott and Bardo can do it all. I lowered my sword. These two were no fair. We have our own weaponsmiths. Sorry. Let's show you some of our work. You'll sack your smiths right away, said Mott. Leave him alone, said Border. It's no right to get men of our own craft fired. I quietly turned to leave, but Mott said, none of our peers had bothered to help us as we left Glen Garrison. What? I said. Did you work at Glen Garrison? Mistaken my interest as a chance to make a sell. Mop slapped his partner on the arm and said, "Certainly." He was held by Captain Firth himself when he saw how spectacular our weapons are. My best chance of silencing these two smiths and getting the information I needed would be to give them work, so I hired them on the spot. After that, they were forthcoming when I asked about their employment at Glen Garrison. Captain Firth was alright, but a little stingy with the gold. He was always trying to cut up prices, Bordeaux said. Good riddance, I say, Mott added. He was never satisfied with anything. I think he may be upset that he's guarding some old lady. I smiled and humoured the two as they rambled on. Lord Lysander had to hear what Mott and Bordeaux had to say. So we're slowly but surely finding things here. We're slowly but surely finding things here that makes a little bit of sense to us. See. Yeah. And bit by bit and... Oh, really? I did not expect that. Let's run you down here. And then you down there. Champions are good. Can't say anything else. But it's sad. Oh, really? They saw my rogues. That was unfortunate. Now I have no one to pick up stuff. Adamus and Protheo enter my lord's tent together, immediately gathering around Lysander's strategy tube. He had drawn a rough map of the wheel, and in one remote area there was a large red X. Lysanders placed a finger on that exact spot. "That's where she is," he said. "Who?" Protheo asked. "Worton's mother, I'm sure of it. The Smiths from Glen Garrison have been amazingly helpful. I even know her name. It's the Set." So, all we have to do is pass through this Glen Garrison. Is there any chance we could talk our way through, or perhaps offer a bribe? Adamus asked. Lysander shook his head and said, "I doubt it. The commander of the garrison, Captain Firth, has been itching for a fight for a long time. The Smiths claim that he's well prepared for such a battle. He wants it." "Then we give him one," Protheo said boldly. "I wish it were so easy. Apparently Captain Firth is under orders to kill the Set the moment he sees an army approaching the garrison." "Will he really do such a thing? Kill an innocent woman?" Adamus asked. "I don't know. He has manned that post for more than 2 years. He's obviously loyal. We can't take the chance that he will carry out that order. So I come up with an alternate plan," Lysander said. Lysander went on to explain that there was an old magical portal located somewhere behind Glen Garrison. No one used it anymore, so Captain Firth would never expect an army to approach from that direction. "We'll come up behind Glen Garrison and give Captain Firth one chance to surrender. If he refuses, we attack. I don't want to give him the chance to slip someone out to assassinate the Set." So, +3 defense to everyone. I'm gonna flag this, and then we're gonna go down and fight these dudes. Again, 7 seconds. And then we wait for the enemy to come to us. Then we unleash. They do still do quite a lot of damage. So I'm going to need to set up regeneration here on my guys, because that's a lot of damage. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. Move. There we go. Lock the horsey. Now, what else do I have here? Mass blast. Mass feather. And let's go stab a horsey. Ooh. Lysander goes up. Stab the horsey, shoot the horsey. And our lord is taking down the enemy. There we go. And some of them gets resurrected, that's cool. Spider Silk Arrow. Push of immortality on Lysander. And we're gonna have Lysander drink it. And yeah. What's this? Free me and I will join you, Gale says. What is she? She's level 25 general. That's all the rest of my Cracg Hack. Oh man, I need to level everyone else besides her because I only get to keep 2 of them with me. And I don't want it to be her because she might be strong. Oh, she has some things I want. So, she's gonna give this to Prothea so he can fight. Which one of them is my tracker? I don't think I have a tracker. Okay. So, Lysander can get it then. Like that. Okay, good. Lysander's geared. And I'm just gonna start moving up. A lot of storm elementals. I think I'm gonna do something like that. Oh. After my core. Crusaders. They don't like my Crusaders. That's a shame. Oh. Taking them down. One step at a time. Now they're really hurting my Crusaders. Don't go after my dudes. So nice. Yeah, I do take some casualties, but all of these casualties are very expendable here. Alright, expert melee. And then we cross the bridge. Our new hero can saunter around behind us and I cannot get up there, can I? Yeah. You guys know how the drill goes by now. Ah, poor guys. Regenerate. I like Pikemen, the concept of them, the superior range, it's pretty cool. I'm going to need to get some regeneration up here too. This. Just go and slap him some. Use spoony elves. Still taking quite a lot of casualties, but my heroes are now so strong they can win these fights on their own. Again, just putting Death Shield, Caratus, and Advanced Order Magic. Who has the Death Shield? Ah, that's okay. We can have it. Probably. Let's go. Speed. Yeah, he suddenly drew everyone's ire. Like last time, get up regeneration on my lord. And on Lysander. And these guys should be ready to take it down. That's a lot of unnecessary walkout. Like it's Malo is just gonna go up and slap those archers. Yeah, I'm about to take an enemy hero captive. Grandma's Resurrection. And put this on the Lord. This city is weakly defended. I should probably take it. Yeah, sure, whatever. Now I have a city. I feel that's very useful. Yeah. So... where are paladins? Let's get some crusaders up. Kenmare. Okay, Kenmare is good. I can take Kenmare. That should be no problem. Barracks and of course champions. I'm just gonna send her up here and flag these mines. Stables and Proteo and company goes up here. So again, spiritual armor. And these guys will totally wreck the enemy lines. And there we go. City taken. Or paladins. Sorry about that. I'm gonna wait here one day. Because I want to build Order of Enchant. This one. To get myself some additional order spells. This lady here, she's just gonna keep on flag and stuff. She's gonna be my main defender. I hope I don't actually have to use her. Because I want to keep my guys as my guys here. Let's see, what can I learn here? Basic healing, basic archery, or magic and enchantment. That's not so bad. Yeah. Let's send this lady up here. This morning, I got some much needed privacy as I waited for water to boil over a small campfire. I found myself staring to the east, waiting for the sun to rise. I think that's how my thoughts turned to the Oracle of the Dawn. I recalled a shapely figure beneath her plain yellow robes, and then I felt guilty for thinking about a holy woman in such a way. What kind of a man am I? I paced before the fire as another question. The Oracle's question came to mind. What is my purpose? Why do I exist? I've never had to think about my purpose before. Only men such as Lord Lysander or Adamus, or maybe even Protheo, have a purpose. I am simply a servant. But then, my father used to talk about his destiny. He was a commoner too. He believed his talent with the crossbow was a godsend, and used it to defend the old kingdom of Varathia. He was so sure that this was his purpose in life, that he left a son without a father, a wife without a husband. And then his courage won me a position as a squire. Is this my purpose? To serve Lord Lysander until my death? Maybe. It is the choice I have made all these years. Perhaps I have avoided taking a wife too, as the Oracle hinted. The life I live following Lysander around is a dangerous one. One of these days my luck will run out, and I don't want to leave a little boy fatherless as a result. But to bounce a son on my knee, to hold a woman I love more than life. What is my purpose? Why do I exist? It's getting very existential, Worton. Not really a lucky trait if you try to avoid unnecessary complications, but you know, it is what it is. So increased movement, get up here, grab some more experience, deal with this. So, as always, defend. Wait. Fire. Wait. Celestial. You know the drill by now. It's... Oh. Lysander's taking a fair amount of damage. That's actually a little bit concerning. Okay, I'm gonna run up here with my Crusader. Take a fair amount of damage, like that. When it comes to Lysander, I really need to get him regenerated up. I think we'll do the same with the Lord. Because these guys are about to get hit hard. Now I can go in with my Crusaders. A pikeman too far away, but it is what it is. And there we go. Easy victory. At least. Master magic. Basic scouting. Gonna have him. Gambler's deck. Friendly creatures has quite a lot of luck, actually. Now, I should definitely fight these Minotaurs, because I want this artifact. But I also want this one. Nah, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm going to use my troops as lovely shield. And do things like this. I'm gonna place my lord in the way. And just in case these guys luck out. All of them now. Okay. Now I just end the enemy. Minotaurs might have an annoying ability to ignore damage, but they're not strong enough to survive and fight me in a head-on battle. Okay, that definitely goes to Lysander, and same with this. Let's get up a caravan. Yeah, I don't mind any of these things. Yeah, I'm gonna go kill this guy. You know the drill. Regeneration on Lord. And regeneration on Lysander. And from there we just start taking them down. I got my Crusaders in position. Pikemen are up to it, and slowly but surely we are taking them down. I'm still taking some losses, but it's alright. It could have been a lot worse. And there we go. Let's go with advanced magic resistance. I don't have enough gems, but that's okay. Picking up celestial armor. Huh. Those are good boots. Don't know if they're actually useful here, but they're good boots. Order of Nature. Sure, we'll be Order of Nature too. I should probably send Lysander back to both these cities for mop up. I'll send this lady to grab all the things. I don't like fighting Jews. If you gotta do what you gotta do. I think that's a good one. Come on. I cannot hit two of you guys? Okay. Fine. I'll hit just one then. After Order of Ward. sending the Lord into battle, so let's just regen our guys. Oh, that's great. Triple resistance. I dig it. Gonna go a little bit back, so I don't want him to hit me. Lysander takes him down. Everyone is slow. Well, except this guy. That's a very annoying spell to have to deal with. Song of Peace. There we go. Not many casualties now. Grandmaster life. Advanced summoning, advanced charm, fireproof boots. Yeah, these guys are gonna come to me, so I might as well just stay back and wait. Wait. Do I have something like mass exorcism? Nah, just remove spells. Holy shit. Great. We go. Yeah. This fight is won. Easily. I should leave some of this stuff for the other hero. Let's see. Anything I can build? I can build an abbey. I'm running out of things to build here. Quite a lot of orcs. Yeah. You know my setup by now. Let's see how many Lysander kills in one hit. Yes, the orcs are coming. Okay, good. As you can see, at this point my heroes are basically unkillable murder hobos. The only casualties I really have is whatever poor troops wanting to fight alongside me. And if I want to replenish those troops, I can replenish them faster than they die at this point. Oh, misclick. Genuine misclick. Oh, Crusader. Everybody's hitting on him. Don't you know he's a chased man? He cannot be with you. No matter how much you want it. Everybody gets a little bit of experience. You know, I'm gonna kill all of these, small stacks around, simply because I want the experience for my heroes. I don't want this strange general I haven't built to take over. My pikeman is forced to be reckoned with. I actually low-key love the pikemen because of their fantastic threat setup. The fact that they can be at range and still make it impossible for the enemy to attack with ranged weapons make them a great unit. No, I'm gonna make sure nobody attacks this guy. I don't want them killing my Crusaders unless by accident. How about I set up Grandmaster Defense? Can we get on off some just gotta point out, I do not have any bucks up for this fight so far. And let's see what the enemy can do. Nothing. All dead. It's almost a shame I'm not playing a necromancer here. Snake strike. Oh, first strike ability. Create illusion. I don't know if I actually got that one. Seminar. It's not bad. Let's see. Potion of Immortality goes to Protheo. He can drink that potion. Alright. Let's lord it. That's a dead wolf. It should be a dead sprite. Oh man, they killed one. That's not good. My Crusader avenges me. Avenges himself, I suppose. I lost the Crusader. That's annoying. Much more annoying, actually. And I'm not getting anything back. And I'm getting something back. I'll let them run. I'm sending that back. She's not getting any experience. The entire thing I'm going to use her for is grabbing stuff. Nothing else. As I said, I don't need another general. I already have one. Wasp swarm. I'm experienced enough to know that war is nothing like the glorious songs and tales traded around the hearth. They are bloody, brutal, tiring, and dangerous, especially to the innocent. I parted from the main army this morning with a wagon and a small force to purchase food from the villages in the area. Our food stores were getting low, and Lord Lysander believed that the least he could do for his soldiers was to keep their bellies full. We weren't very successful, No one wanted to sell to us. To my surprise, when we came to the fourth village and I showed them my gold, they welcomed us and agreed to supply as much food as they could spare. A pair of boys caked in dried mud approached me while my men stacked bundles of bread and vegetables on the wagon. "Sir Knight," one of the lads called to me. "I'm a knight, I'm a squire," I said to them. To them, one armored man was no different from another. "I was just bidding my friend that you can kick a ball all over the way out of town. He says you can't." "I do not," said the other boy. Then he held out the hide-wrapped ball. "Can you?" I chuckled as I took the ball. I recall, long ago, making a similar bet with a friend. If I remember correctly, I had lost. "So, what's the bet?" I asked as I placed the ball on the ground and backed up a few paces. "He has 2 sugar sticks he got at market. If you can kick the ball out of town, I get 1. "Only 1?" I said. I stared down the middle of the village. It really wasn't that far, but to a boy's leg it might as well have been a mile. So I took 3 quick steps towards the ball and punted it high into the air with all of my might. It veered to the left and sailed over one of the homes, but it also left the village far behind. "Yeah!" shouted the winner of the bet. I reached out to tussle the winner's hair and winced as an arrow appeared in my forearm. It took me a couple of seconds to realize what had happened, and a few more before I felt the pain. "Ambush!" I shouted. Another arrow cut through the air above me. The attackers came up from the trees and on the other side of a nearby farm. They outnumbered us, and they were flanking the village, so we could not escape. "Archers, forward! Kill them while they're in open ground," I ordered. I couldn't use my sword arm. The pain throbbed through my arm. Then a third arrow sunk into the ground just inches from my feet. That's when I realized the ambushers had identified me as the leader. I was their target, and the boys were still standing next to me. Putting my back to the enemy, I picked up both boys despite the agony coursing from my wound, and ran towards the nearest hut. I got to the door. I kicked it open and tossed the boys inside. "Stay down!" I told them. Another arrow slammed into my helmet like a blow from a quarterstaff. My vision swirled. I stumbled a few steps. "Stand your grounds!" I ordered my men. "Protect the villagers!" And then I passed out. I came to, staring into Protheus' huge teeth. What was he smiling at? "The brave protector of the downtrodden returns from the land of the dead," he said. I had no idea what he was talking about. "I'm an oldest to retrieve Lysander the moment you wake," Protheus said, standing. After I tried to sit up, I wished I had one of Protheus' flasks for my aching head. When I attempted to rub away the pain, the skin on my right forearm pinched sharply where it had been stitched together. I got the hint. Don't move. Soon, Lysander rushed into the tent. The selfish part of me was glad to see his face tense with concern. The part that didn't want him to worry said, "I am well." "An inch another way and you would be dead, Milton," Lysander snapped. "I apologize, my lord. You should have checked the woods. Why didn't you check the woods?" "My mistake, sir," I replied shamefully. I had expected the villagers to tell me if there were soldiers hiding in the nearby forest. But why would they? We were the invaders. Lysander took my hand. "Don't do it again," he said softly. Before leaving, Lysander said, "You did well, Milton. I was quick thinking sending your archers forward. They killed half the ambushers in the open ground. The others surrendered." "What about the boys?" I asked. "Were they injured?" "One of them scraped his knees when you threw him into the hut, but otherwise they were fine." Lysander left me with my aching head, stinging arm, and the memory of kicking that ball clear out of the village. It had been no great achievement, especially compared to defeating the ambusher. So, why did I long to do it again? Yeah, Milton's getting very existential. Let's see. Walking. Yeah. What can I do? Okay, let's just go. And there we go, another city taken. This one fell very easily. And we're gonna get up a barracks, replenish some of our guys. Not that I really need it at this point. But we do have some nice spells here. I like that. Now, yeah, okay, so this game sometimes crashes when you try to move the map. So I gotta do the last round over again. I plan to do exactly the same thing. So I might just skip this fight. So here we are again. Build up the barracks. Replenish my guys. Check what spells I got. Yeah, I get the same ones. Okay, cool. And then we move down here. I'm gonna have this lady shuttle some. Not enough resources. What do I need? I need wood and stone. And I'm not getting much of either. Okay. That's interesting. And one down. No. He ran away. Door crashed. Too many people trying to get into the entrance at the same time. And there we go. That should be the end of it. I'm severely lacking in certain types of resources. Now, this lady here will bring all of these soldiers here. Too. I'm finally gonna get some ore. All right. I am going to end this episode here. It's been a rather eventful and long episode. I think it's a little bit longer than it should be. So this is first part of conquering the wheel, and we'll be back next time. It's been a pleasure to play and entertain you guys, and see you next time. This is Big Daddy, Rocker Gamer, and yeah, I already said see you next time, so see you next time.